Jesse versus Dan Force of Goblins versus Maverick. This should be interesting.
Who do you think is favored in this matchup?
I've not seen this matchup enough to even have an idea, but I don't know. I think Goblins can go pretty wide and maybe disrupt Jesse, but I'm not sure, man. I don't know. Like, this is a weird matchup, right? Oh, I need to speak up a bit.
All right.
All right. Well, let's see. Let me see Jesse's deck list.
Got Jesse right here.
So Jesse. Okay, so Jesse's probably his. I mean, Jesse does have the Dark Depths combo in here, so that's how he kind of goes over the top of Goblins, I feel. But Goblins does have the Wastelands and all that shit, Stink Scourger, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
That Knight of Reliquary, I think, is going to do a bit of work.
Do you think that the Reliquary is that great in this matchup?
I mean, it's his way of tutoring up
so
things, and
GSC.
it has a big fat butt.
Sure, but he has Goblins to block for days.
True.
All right, so Jesse is playing Savannah, Greens and Zenith, get Dryad Arbor, so he's looking to ramp, maybe into a turn to Knight of the Reliquary.
Wait, what?
And Dan plays the turn 1 Wastelands to Savannah, leaving Jesse with the Dryad Arbor. So Force Arbor, Chalice on 1, okay. So if Dan cannot cast Vial, but if he has Cavern, he can still cast his 1-drop Goblins. So I don't think it's that bad, but it does slow him down a little bit. All right, so Jesse is getting in with the Dryad Arbor. All right, and that's Dan with the Cavern of Souls, and it looks like it's a Goblin Crater Maker. So, okay. So Dan can now cast his 1-drop Goblins because of the Cavern of Souls. I spoke too soon. Wasteland took care of the Cavern. We have Double Mountain. So, and here's the thing. So, if Dan needs to, he can use the Crater Maker to destroy the Chalice. Jesse has Ghost Quarter, which is not great in this matchup, and Jesse's going to use the Ghost Quarter probably to fetch a plane so that he has the 3 colors. He does. I'm going to assume we have a Knight coming down. Yep, Knight of the Reliquary. Okay, so I think Jesse's looking to set up the Dark Depths combo here, because now he can tutor his lands away for the Dark Depths, and I think I saw a glimpse of his hand, and I think he has a Thespian Stage in his hand, so I think he can technically make a combo next turn.
Ooh.
And that Crater Maker can't really do much, so Dan is in a bit of a tough spot here. So right now I'm putting this match. This game is to Jesse. I think Jesse's got this one. All right, what do we got?
We got
Goblin Matron. I think it's gonna be too slow, so we can't set up the Vial for the Sting Scourger, and Jesse will be able to make Merit Lage at the end of Dan's next turn. So we will see, but it's not looking good for him. Oh, Cranko. Yeah, so Dan is going a very aggressive. So yeah, Dan's going very aggressive, which it's not going to happen because Jesse's going to get him in the next two turns. Sting Scourger doesn't even get him out of this because he can't use it in an instant speed. So I think Jesse plays the stage, passes. I mean, unless Dan, even if Dan has Dan needed a Wasteland last turn to stop this.
Well, technically, he could find the Wasteland here on his draw step.
Sure. So, do you think that Jesse goes for the because
it's not worth it.
Well, he got Cranko, so yeah, I guess he could. He's doing it upkeep. Was he in step? I think Dan does know he's screwed. So it looks like he's going for it now.
Dark Depths.
So it does open him up for a Sting Scourger, but that is the only out that Dan has at this time.
Which he does run one main deck.
Yeah, he's got one, but it's It's not looking good here. We got that Jerry T avatar token on the field.
Very nice. All right, Dan.
What is it gonna be?
A mountain.
He drew a mountain. Oh. I mean, maybe he had the Scourger in hand.
Ooh.
There is the Wasteland. All right. Oh, Andy scoops it up.
And there we go.
We will go to game 2. So, Jesse in the sideboard has 2 Containment Priest, which is pretty decent against Vile, but I don't even know if he cares that much about it. 2 Swords of Plowshare, 1 Knight of Autumn, which I think that's pretty good. It takes care of Vile. It's very multi-dimensional in terms of what it does. Jite is probably a house. He's likely to be in Jite. Oblivion Ring is at a choke. Council's Judgment, Crop Rotation, Surgical Extraction, Dampening Sphere, and Azusa. So I think he'll probably bring in Jite and maybe the Knight of Autumn and maybe a Containment Priest, but I don't even know if the Containment Priest is needed in this matchup. But it does stop the Goblins from coming down instantly with the Vials.
True.
So it is worth noting. So Dan, on the other hand,
We got 2 Blood Moons are relevant.
he has Ashen Rider for the show and tell matchups.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
get
the
it
only way he
away.
puts it in is the one of Ashen Rider in the sideboard of Goblins. So yeah, 2 Blood Moon definitely coming in.
2 Surgical Extraction.
Those are likely coming in, but I don't think they're that great against that deck.
2 Mindbreak Traps
Nope.
are not happening.
No
2
Pyro-
Pyroblast. 2 Pyrokinesis. I could see
I don't think so.
maybe.
Relic of Progenitus is not bad. The extra Sting Scourger and Thorn is not doesn't seem too great here. So
So
this is a tough one.
Yeah.
I think he does need to get that Blood Moon out though. Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Oh no,
Oh.
I'm asking.
Oh, update. Yeah. Just,
Okay.
yeah. So while we're waiting for the sideboard, a little update on the O2 Dropcast players. So David was smart and chose not to play today, while Zach and I did play, and we played poorly. I dropped from the main event at 1-2 and played the side event, and then Zach I think also went 1-2 drop. But at one point I was 0-2, so living the dream of the O2 Dropcast. But yeah, it was rough. I played Grixis Delver, and it just did not work out well today. But it was a fun time, and it's good to see some of the local homies in Jesse Adams and Dan Ford in the top 4 now. But we had a pretty diverse top 8, which is good times.
Zach 1.
Zach 1-2 dropped. Yep, Zach 1-2 dropped. So what is our other matchup in the top 4? So I think it's Infect versus Stoneblade. Okay.
Who do you think is going to win there?
Well, I feel like Stoneblade is in a decent spot to beat Infect. So
Yeah.
I mean, Infect is very fast, but Stoneblade has swords. It has once it gets GT out, it's pretty hard to fucking stick one of their Infect guys. And then they also have Snap so they have, what is it? How many snaps does he run? 4 or 3. So he has like 7. He has a virtual 7 swords. And he has back to basics, so it kind of stops the man lands, the infect lands. I don't know. I think I have Stoneblade on this one.
Yeah.
So it is Kyle Henriksen, he is my kryptonite. I don't think I've ever beat that guy, but he's a very good Magic player. I don't know his opponent. It is Justin Beck. I've never seen him around, so he may have. I don't know where he plays at, so I have no clue about him. But I do know Kyle is a very good player, and I think he's in a good spot with his deck against Infect. So.
Jesse having that sick
Oh, the Night of the Reliquary
Knight of
tattoo?
Reliquary tattoo.
Yeah, he does. I hope he's flashed down the stream at least once.
Come on, the
All right,
Goblins.
we got the lackey rooting for Dan Ford in the chat. So Dan is on the play. Turn 1. Okay, turn one.
lackey.
Turn 1 lackey. Not bad. Wasteland, not the greatest of plays. And the lackey is out of here with Dismember. So he does play Wasteland turn 1, which is interesting. I mean, maybe he just has duels and he doesn't want to run into a Wasteland himself. What did Dan drop?
I think that's a Crater Maker.
A Crater Maker? Okay. So Green Sun. So it looks like Jesse is ramping here.
Gonna get himself a Dryad Arbor.
But the Crater Maker can just kill it. So let's see. Is it a crater maker? Hey Dan, is that a crater maker?
Cool.
It is a crater maker. They can't hear us, right?
I hope not.
I hope not.
They would tell us if they could.
Dan
hear
has
us.
Force of Will blue card in hand. Jesse, you better not play into it.
I got him from you.
Alright, so Crater Maker goes in for 2, dropping Jesse to 14. What is Dan's follow-up? Not... Okay, is that...
I definitely would have voted Crater Maker as second best card.
Oh yeah, you're scumbag. What is that card? Monk Fanatic or some shit?
Honestly, I do not
It
recognize
looks like
the
a
art.
promo.
Maybe a pyrokinesis? No. No. I'll just go look at it.
I'm too lazy to walk over, so Zukowski's gonna walk over and check out what he played. So we got the Remnant Excavator. We're just gonna recycle that Wasteland, and also keep Jesse free of losing out on lands if Dan tries to tax him.
Instigator.
Oh, it's a Warren Instigator. Okay. Warren Instigator. Well, no, he has not attacked with the Warren Instigator yet. Yeah, you are correct. It is Warren Instigator. He's gonna attack with both of them. Is
The excavator's gonna block the instigator. Gonna go ahead
so he
and
kills
kill
it, and then he's gonna get 1 trigger, right? Wait,
No.
doesn't he? Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
blocked.
it doesn't have triple. Yeah, you're right. It just lives.
All right.
Night. Oh, Council's
Council's
Judgment. It's not looking good for Dan.
Come in for 1.
Dan's board is non-existent. He's got 2 mountains. God, what is it?
I believe that was a vial.
Can you look see what Dan is playing? I
It's
think
fine. It's fine. Whatever. It's a vial.
it's a morph card. It looks like the white of the top of his deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Alright, so you
Yeah.
got a vial.
You have to catch it while they put it down.
Yeah.
Because as
There's
soon as
a
they put it
very
flat,
small
there's a
window
glare.
where you need to see what card it is.
Just that section.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, so we have a Sylvan Library, a Sylvan Safekeeper, and it's a
Terravor.
Jesus. It's not looking good for Dan here.
It is not. Oh. All right.
Rashad Core is the land for turn.
Vials on 1.
Wow, I think we're gonna see Jesse make it to go to the finals.
Looks that way at the moment.
Jesse has 2 cards in hand.
How can Dan get back in this?
I don't know, man. It's like his deck's
Chain
about like
Wielder would do it.
Chain Whirler. Well, yeah, it would kill some stuff, but he still has to deal with the Terrible.
He does only have 1 Chain Wielder in deck.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Goblins here.
This is what you need right here, Pop Pop. You can play facts like me and Command.
All right, Goblin.
Is that War Chief or what? Goblin Chieftain? I can't see.
I believe so. No, that's his one of Goblin King.
Goblin King.
Oh, I traded you also.
The card the card in the middle
That-
is Terravor,
Terravor.
where it's star. Its power top is equal to the number of lands in all graveyards.
Because I got them, I buy them right now.
Vial ticks up.
Dan is at 17. I mean, Jesse doesn't have much of a clock going, so Dan could get back in this game. So that's a War Chief, right?
That's a War Chief.
Goblin War Chief. Oh, is that Siege King?
No, that's a King.
That's War Chief.
That's
No,
a
that's
king.
War Chief right there, right?
Yeah, that's War Chief and King. Containment Priest.
Ooh, so Vile is shut off.
double Containment Priest to double block the War Chief.
Ooh, okay. That's not bad.
Okay.
Well, he,
Dude, can I ask you a serious question? Sure. Can I trade you your new one for the old one?
War Chief hits the bin. And it's Goblin King and Vial. That's what. Yeah. Oh, and we have a little. Oh, Tireless Tracker hits the board. Yeah, I think Jesse's just like. He's got a clue. He can crack it and pump the guy. So I think this is This is the end for our friend Dan Ford. It was a great run. So Dan did win the championships last year. And this is the first one of this year. He did make top 4, so let's see. I mean, it's going to take a miracle to get back in this game.
I just want those instead. I just want these instead. No Nehiri, no nothing else.
Okay. You still want the mutable?
Stink
Scourger, what is he going to bounce? A Containment Priest?
Containment Priest, so he can activate that vial.
Okay, alright. Oh, and he uses the Sylvan Safekeeper to give the Containment Priest Shroud.
Terravor is now a 3/3.
Oh, yeah, he can load up that Terravor with the Sylvan Safekeeper.
Ooh. As soon as it goes
Cracks a
unblocked.
clue, pumps the tracker.
Trying to sideboard here.
So Jesse has a Plains and what card in hand? A Ghost Quarter. Okay. Another clue. And he can technically get another clue if he chooses to Ghost Quarter his own land. But I don't even think that's necessary. I think he just like has the overwhelming board presence right now.
He's so far
That Ghost
ahead.
Quarter does pump up the Terravor as well.
Three here. I'll look your 7.
And we got a Nightly Reliquary hitting the battlefield. And the Knight is probably pretty big. So it's currently a 4/4. You guys drive safe, guys. Have a good night.
Just
We will. Hey, thank you.
will do.
Take it easy, Dana. Don't sell out, bro. I love seeing you at tournaments. Don't sell out.
Is Dana thinking of selling out?
Yeah.
Mm.
Never sell out of Legacy, guys. I mean, unless you absolutely need the money, there's no point in selling out of Legacy.
No. It's better to go O2 drop and have your cards.
Yeah, I mean, put in some OT, find a second job, don't sell out of the Legacy collection. Alright, so it looks like...
You're alright.
What has Dan got here? Man, Dan has had some really slow starts in this match.
Yeah.
Dan has a Matron again. Yeah, he's fighting a good fight here. He's definitely on his back leg. He's on the... I don't know. But yeah, hey, Dan is disadvantaged here, but he is not giving up. He's going to get Cranko.
Franco. Try to go as wide as you can.
Does he have... I mean, can he live another turn?
I Bobby. Sorry, and then I switched to Afghan. Because I just do the
What are you yelling at for?
But then what happens is
It's fine.
Okay.
Arcane now, my fan or monitor.
red, green, black, green. Has the
Yeah, I
dinosaur.
did. I drew a land and everything.
The dinosaur
Jason.
to trample.
Jason Flames.
The top end's not that good.
Can you...
There's not much payoff in the
Life pad.
That's the issue.
Alright, yeah, we gotta get that life pad fixed, but it may not matter because it looks like Jesse's going in with the team, and he's got the protection. He's got the safekeeper in the back, so removal is blanked, and the Containment Priest does not allow Dan to play fair. Or it does not allow him to play any, like, cheat anything in the instant speed.
Good point.
So, I mean, he could use Cranko to make tokens to have his chump blockers and, like, almost every turn do it, but
just he has a
it's just a very
Caracas out.
defensive mood. Yeah, but Cranko has haste, right? Oh, he does not have haste.
But the Goblin King gives haste.
Oh, yeah, so he could pump out fucking a bunch of tokens real quick and just have blockers every turn, but it's a very defensive play, and I don't think it helps him win this game. And now Dan is usually, it looks like he's forced to start chump blocking. It's not a good spot to be in with Goblins. Oh, the king gives mountain walk. Oh, so it does not give
It's
haste. Okay.
Mountain walk and +1/+1. That's what it is.
Okay, so yeah, Dan could wasteland the Caracas. Alright, so Dan is at 5. Okay. It looks like we're going to see Kiki Jiki. Okay.
Jeeky.
Oh, yeah.
Swords to plowshares.
I think it's like 2.
Dan goes to 5, and I think this is about it here. Oh, there's the
There
handshake.
it is.
Jesse Adams is in the top 8, or finals. So let's see if we can get the next match to move over, and then we can cover them. I'll be right back.
All right, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back.